So I'm just going to come out of the gate and say it, but I thought Fight or Flight was going to be a really bad movie. Josh Hartnett looked completely goofy, and I was just like, what are they doing with him? How is he even an action star to begin with, honestly? I just didn't see him being an action kind of guy. And the film also just looked like distractingly low budget. You know what I mean? Like one of those kind of movies. But I was wrong. Although this movie does have a bit of a muddled start in the beginning where you don't really get much to hook you in, and the humor and opening dialogues just aren't really that good, as soon as the plane takes off in this film, it kicks into high gear for the remainder of its runtime. I honestly expected this movie to be a lot more like Gareth Evans' Havoc, which was advertised as this big action movie, but then you go and watch it, and the vast majority of the film is not action really whatsoever. But no, this movie is very, very action heavy. Like, seriously, once you get to the first action scene, it is just action after action after action after action. And yeah, there are lulls where, you know, the characters have to kind of build connections and sort of heal themselves a little bit. But aside from that, it is just nonstop brutality at one point, and I was really wowed by it. The action itself is also just really well put together. The choreography and the cinematography just around it are really, really impressive. I just watched The Accountant, and after finishing The Accountant, I was like, whoa, I wish the action was as good as it was in Fight or Flight. I did not think I would think that with a movie like The Accountant versus Fight or Flight, but that's what I thought. It's also really gory and really creative. They use a lot of different weapons in this film and have a lot of different techniques written into the story that either help or hinder these characters that you just wouldn't really expect and make the scenes a lot more dynamic. And then, yeah, the gore. It is constant. And if you are into a gore fest, you will have such a good time because this movie does not hold back. There are a lot of comparisons that I totally agree with, that this movie is a lower budget version of Bullet Train that stars Josh Hartnett instead of Brad Pitt. Like, yeah, that is what this movie is. But Bullet Train wasn't really that gory of a movie. This is so much blood and gore. Like, it's crazy. Like, if Bullet Train had the better sets and lighting and things like that, this had the better fights in gore. I would say that's sort of the comparison between the two, in my opinion. Also, while the comedy doesn't work so well in the beginning, it works a lot better as the film goes on, and once it's kind of interacting with the action, and the film becomes an action comedy instead of just a comedy. And a lot of that is thanks to Josh Hartnett, who gives a genuinely really good action comedy performance. He is funny, charming, witty, just relatable. He's the kind of guy that you kind of connect with as an audience, and also intimidating as an action threat. You know, he's just a really strong character, and you see that throughout this film. And Hartnett does a great job kind of channeling all of those different sides of this person. You also got Charitha Chandran, who plays Isha, this flight attendant that works alongside Hartnett for the majority of this film, and she's really good as well, and the chemistry between the two of them is just really nice. You know, it doesn't feel forced or anything like that. You genuinely feel the chemistry between these two actors, and I was not expecting that from a movie like this, that I just didn't think was going to be that good in the first place. So yeah, I mean, clearly I'm a sucker for just stupid action movies. I mean, I love movies like The Beekeeper, but this was a lot of fun, and I had an absolute blast watching it for the AMC Screen Unseen. Like, that was great. I was hoping for friendship. I got this, and I'm happy I got this. Though I will be sticking for now with just a 3 stars out of 5. But what about all of you? What did you think of Fight or Flight? Please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to start a discussion on this film because I had a blast, and I hope you all have a blast too if you've already seen this film or if you plan on checking it out. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.